Hello and welcome to 1984. This is Nuston Manor Farm. We've got an arable and bee farm here, and we run all 4 tractors. So let's go and see what's going on today. Hope everyone is doing what they should be doing on the farm tonight. So we'll give you a little look around in a minute. Need to sort out what's going on here this morning. I wish someone would clean up that hay shed. What is going on here? I've got to go and fill the combine up with fuel. I bet that's that YTS student's done that. I did only say fill it half full. Putting too much pressure on that drawbar could snap. And it'll send that 7.6 into space. So we've got this trailer that's been made out of an old lorry body, and when it's on the 7.6, which is one of our biggest tractors, it can't be full up, otherwise it will just put too much pressure on it to the weight. So where is he? Can you go and get a jack and some blocks, because that trailer's now got to come off of there. I did only say load it half full. So these are all our beef animals here. Now we've got about 8 or 10 tractors here. Now our load of tractor is this 7,000. See, the other 2 have actually gone out today, and the 6.6 and the other 7.6, or one of the other 7.6s. We've got this County, which we've had for about 3 years now. This is the biggest tractor, and that does all the heavy work, like the ploughing mainly. We managed to get hold of that about 3 years ago. We were struggling up to that point, because up to not so recently, for quite a few years, all we've had is the 7,000s or 5,000, 6,000, 7,000s that have then turned to this, but they've all been 2-wheel drive. So we've had a right job trying to do heavy work for these sorts of tractors, because they're all 2-wheel drive. And most of the Counties which then came in have all been spoken for, because they're in high demand. But we did manage to get this one about 3 years ago, so it's been quite a workhorse. So we've got grain bins and a grain shed there. We have spent out a lot of money on these barns and a straw barn a year or 2 ago, because we needed some new barns. The old ones were a bit dilapidated. So we've got some brewer's grains in there, our Vicon fertiliser spreader, some seeds, and Nitram sacks or ICI fertilisers. Swordsman and Nitram I think we've got for grass and arable. We've had this turn up in the last day or so, which is from someone called West. They're trying to make some muck spreaders, and they think they're going to be able to make big muck spreaders like this. Quite a different size to the old Howard thing we've had. So we'll have to see how that goes. If not, we'll have to switch back to a normal side spreader. It's quite a massive thing, but apparently that's a prototype and they want us to try it out. So we'll have to get that uncovered again today. So this is our grain shed. It normally goes into the bins. We don't use this area too much. Someone didn't do a very good job on the old floor. All the weeds are coming through. And this is our grain trailer. Little fuel bowser. That's a new tractor that actually turned up yesterday, and we're waiting at the moment for them to bring us the keys and all the paperwork for it. So we can't actually use that because I think it's locked. And there's a different key for the door, so we can't use that at the moment. For some reason they went off with the keys. So, and we have got another new tractor which came about a week or two ago, which is just down there on the straw trailer. This is one of our old trailers here. Things are getting pretty dated now and more stuff is coming available, but we've had this old lorry, articulated lorry trailer converted into a bow trailer, so we can pull that around, but we need something quite substantial to pull that around. So this TW35 that we've had for a few weeks has now been on there, carting our straw. This is where the combine lives when it's back at home. There's a couple of old trailers here. That's the straw we've got in so far. We are just in the process of doing our last field. We've got two silage plants here. One's full up, the other one's nearly empty. Another load of straw. Now we've got two Ford 6.6s and a 7.6 here. They're actually going. The shop's coming to price them up because we're getting rid of these three in exchange for now having the TW35 and the Ford 8.2. We're going to no longer need these now, so they'll be getting priced up and got rid of. And I think the county will be as well, but I think there's a local farmer and shop at the moment arguing over the price of that. So we're just going to help this YES student sort this tractor out because we don't want any accidents. And we'll get this jacked up, got on a block. Doesn't seem to have done any damage. Yeah, so the three tractors that are going and the county will be replaced by those other two at the moment until something better comes along. So we've got that off and put a block on it, so we'll have to use something else to pull that to where we want it to pull it. So let's go and get this bowser and get this combine sorted out. So this is our old drill that we'd normally use. We drill our crops, but we've just got hold of this, which is the very latest drill, a Cord DL. So we're going to be giving that a try to drill our crops this year. Apparently it's the latest thing. So our bowser's full up, so we'll get down the road. we have only got 3 arable fields, but 2 of them are actually quite big. Well, one of the biggest ones at the moment. So our farm's just down a dead end side road here, near the church. So have to watch that bells on here because the wheels stick out further each side than the Land Rover. Our other guys should be out here. One's just out there harrowing. The other one's just disking out here. I'm just going over this railway bridge. Do the combine in the field we started yesterday. We can get that filled up in our New Holland 8070. So it normally does quite a good job, doesn't give too many problems, maybe a couple of times a year. Right, that's him off and going for today. This is all ready to go this morning. So we need to get back and get a trailer sorted. I've got other jobs to do first. That's that uncovered and moved over here. So we'll be putting some of it in here and some of it we'll be selling. They do like to make a mess. We put a bit of a tarpaulin down. So we need to sort out a grain trailer. And that load of manure, which was supposed to be half a load of manure, was actually going up to the allotments for the gardens up there. Someone's bought some for £50 a load. And now it's double the amount. We're still having to do it at £50. So we'll have to get something to get that up there. So we've got the grain trade on the 7.6, but we'll have to wait for that load of manure until the shop bring us the stuff for that new tractor that we haven't got yet, the keys, etc. I'm just going to pop in the house and ring up the guy who was supposed to be taking the manure to say that we're going to be a bit delayed because of issues. Right, that's okay. I said we'll bring it later or tomorrow. That's him unloaded for that bit. So we'll leave that there. It looks like he's on his way back up. So it'll be a while before he fills that up. So I'm going to walk over to the shop and find out what's happening with this stuff with this other tractor. There's no point in me buying a bigger tractor if I can't use it. So you've got no machinery at the moment at all then? No, it's all out in high demand, is it? Okay. Anyway, have you got the keys and all the stuff for my new tractor? Because whoever dropped it off went off with them. Okay, I'll wait it. Well, there's normally a few bits and pieces in there, but there's nothing. They're just cleaned out. Right, it's given me the paperwork and the keys for the new tractor. So I'll have to walk back and go and get it. So I guess we'll get rid of this load of manure first. That gets that out of the way and that job done. And this has actually got a pickup hitch, so I ain't got to worry about any drawbar bending. Still makes it sit down a little bit though. With that block. So we'll go and take this up to the allotments in the new tractor. We've actually got a shortcut to the other road. That seems to pull that absolutely no trouble. Seems to be just the right size for this tractor. So we'll see how we do up this hill. Yeah, I don't think that 7.6 would have pulled it up there. Even if we had attempted to try and do it. Let's find out when I actually want to put this. See if there's anyone in the main hut. So that's done that job. Tipped that and delivered that. Sure, we'll pop in and pay us later. So now everyone seems to be sorted out with their cultivating and harvesting. I'm going to jump on this 7.6. This is the one that was on the muck trailer, and start round baling the straw out in that field. The straw out in that field will probably be sold. I think it's going to another dairy farm because they need the straw, so they will come and get that themselves or get it carted. So we'll get this out there and get baling. So we're just starting round baling out here. I'm not going around the outside yet, because he is still combining, so we'll do the outside last. So we'll probably give this dairy farmer a ring tonight and tell them they can start picking up bales. Probably going to take us a couple of days to bale all this anyway, as if nothing goes wrong. So for this episode, that's where we're going to leave it. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon. Cheers!